She really do it? Or is she just saying things that she thinks will get her the win? Harris shows up on 60 Minutes tonight. They sent out a preview video. I want to play it for you. Do me a favor, stick through this, because after she says what she says, I will fact check and debunk it. And this way you'll have evidence to share with your friends, neighbors, and coworkers when they argue about how she's going to do all this stuff. Let's roll the tape. We'll watch it together. And again, afterwards, I'll explain what she gets wrong.
My plan is about saying that when you invest in small businesses, you invest in the middle class, and you strengthen America's economy. Small businesses are part of the backbone of America's economy.
But pardon me, Madam Vice President, the question was, how are you going to pay for it?
Well, one of the things is I'm going to make sure that the richest among us who can afford it pay their fair share in taxes. It is not right that teachers and nurses and firefighters are paying a higher tax rate than billionaires and the biggest corporations. And I plan on making that fair.
But we're dealing with the real world here.
But the real world includes...
How are you going to get this through Congress?
You know, when you talk quietly with a lot of folks in Congress, they know exactly what I'm talking about because their constituents know exactly what I'm talking about. Their constituents are those firefighters and teachers and nurses.
All right, there's a lot there. So she wants to build an economy around small business. Fine. I don't like small business. Small business is not one of, it's the backbone of the economy. But then to pay for it, she's going to tax billionaires and millionaires and corporations more. Let's break that down. What I'm about to tell you is factually true. You can fact check me. The top 1% of wage earners in this country pays over 40% of all taxes. That means the other 60% is covered by 99%. 1% of all wage earners pays 40+% of all taxes. In fact, the top 10% of wage earners pays over 70% of all. It's either right before or right over 70%. So around 70% of all taxes. Again, 10% is paying 70. That means that 90% of us pay 30. She doesn't think they're paying enough. And this whole idea of taxing corporations more, corporations are made up of people. The people already are paying taxes. So in essence, those who run corporations are taxed personally, and the corporation is taxed again, another 21%. That's not going to fly. And then he asks her a very smart question. How are you going to get through Congress? Let's say she wins. Congress is going to at least have the House that's Republican, and maybe the Senate. How is she going to get them to pass a tax increase just by waving a wand? Doesn't work that way. She says, well, they're quietly telling me. No, they're not. The people in Congress, those who are all on the right, and even some on the left, are not going to vote for a tax increase. I've almost never in my life, maybe once, have I seen somebody so proud to run on the fact that she wants to raise taxes and take more of your money. Now, I've told you what's true. You can fact check me in the comments if you want, or use this video and educate your friends, family, and neighbors. Come on.